I'm ready to go, but do you know what's not ready to go? Knights of the Old Republic remake. One Jeff Grubb said in an interview that no one's working on Knights of the Old Republic remake. It started with Aspire, and then they got bought out, or the rights to KOTOR got bought out by some saber-tooth studio or something or another, and no one's working on it. Like, people made the trailer, people made the announcement, they got all the rights, and then no one's working on it. Why? Is the era of remakes done already? I'm pretty sure someone's gonna remake some more Resident Evils for cheap and just sell it off for more money, as if the previous games didn't exist, the originals. Of course, command deck. So it's I don't think they got the spark of inspiration to make something new as opposed to just remaking the games that were already made. But you know, somehow I doubt it. I don't know why they quit on KOTOR, especially since it's a good story, could have more appealing gameplay too, and Baldur's Gate 3 that I mentioned recently was popping off, even though it's got D&D gameplay where you roll dice and click actions and it's slow, I guess, maybe, I'm guessing. Oh, that's weird. And people played that, and that was fine. And this is D&D. This is D&D 3.5, and this is better than Baldur's Gate. Let me tell you. KOTOR 2 as well. So this is good. Play that instead of Baldur's Gate 3, especially since Baldur's Gate 3 pretty much has no connection to previous Baldur's Gates. Right. So Mandalorians, more of them still here. And we're getting more forks in our way to really narrow down on the bridge to get to the Mandalore. Oh hey, grenade. Good thing I moved this time. Oh, there's another one. Look at him. What are you trying to avoid death? Trying to sneak up on me? Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? Right, that's almost... Oh hey, okay. I guess those... We're fighting now those who just run across the entry at the beginning when we were getting out of the lift. So at this point, have I been hit? No, but how should I kill him? By draining his life, probably. Oh right, of course, pathfinding. Oh, it did kill him. Why is it working full health now? Or did I actually manage to somehow cast the magic? Also weird here, as we're continually being given well, we are allowed to play our own character as Revan in some of those flashbacks, and we're as powerful as we are in the main story. As we are leveling up, that's still our character, because they didn't decide to give us control over pre-made Revan. I don't know how that can be done, in a sense that if they can follow the character model, really, but they give us Chaname and Malak, and they give them specific stats, and they give them specific different stats depending on the situation. Where we're playing Chaname on Dantooine or in the main game, so that's possible, I guess, but they keep just letting us play as us instead of whatever they decide should be optimal. And on one hand, of course, it's better because you're trying out your build, and you're gonna try out your build against these bosses that someone in the comments said were difficult. Okay, I guess you just don't know how to play the game. Yeah. Which way should we go? There's so many ways to go, and you don't know. I don't want to miss out on anything. So we keep leveling up, and since we've got our own character and our own stats, we also have our own inventory, and we're allowed to loot things like credits. God damn it. There we go. That exploded. I take it someone threw a grenade again. Should avoid that. Should remember about that. I already forgot, yes, that's a possibility here. Alright. So, enemies drop credits why the fuck would they be dropping credits? Just so that can fuel our own economy? That's bad. You don't want that. That's inflation. That's one thing. It's also it's also a flashback, so it's been in the past, and you've already lost everything along with your memories, so that you wouldn't have all that money. They can still take away all your stims that they drop you in this, but are they taking the stims away? Are they taking the credits away? Because they took away all your gear, so that it's not too easy for you. She can't figure out the pathfinding either. Yeah, that's fair. Utility droid, and a Mandalorian one too. Right, what's in the buckets? See, these buckets are closed and you can't loot them because why would you loot it? You can't take the gear with you. It's already in the past and you already lost it all. And there isn't like a scene in this mod where you go to a special, fresh, new made planet, like specifically made for the mod, to land and pick up everything that you might have had taken away or stashed away for the future, just in case. And now that you're Revan, you would remember that to gear up for the future, rather than to just not have anything and just gear or just use whatever drops in the past. This time I managed to find the path. Right. We're also getting experience for this, so that levels us up in the past for the future. In the future that we've already lost all that experience, so figure that one out. Like they managed to do something with Chana May, with Shadow, with Matilda, with Sarah Dagana. That's all one person, by the way. All those identities were sacrificed. I would like to remind you that she also sacrificed her identity of Chana May to be Matilda, so that our noble Jedi Master Solomon can get off on his own authority. Right, so that's the discussion from the previous episodes. Is it fine for me to want to keep her? And is it fine for him to want to keep her then? It's definitely not fine for him to want to keep her, but everything he's done... how could you have fucked up the whole character? Like, I'm not saying this is like an established thing. Solomon is an established character that you have some obligations to represent. I'm saying you made him a noble Jedi Master, and now he just comes back with a vengeance just to say, Chana May, don't do it. Like, his argument is, I'm gonna kill everyone in my way to just to get to you. Oh, there we go. Talking about killing. I'm gonna lightning all of them, and I'm gonna have Malak deal with this guy. Because this guy is getting back into the fight, I guess. Not gonna even worry about her, she's stunned anyway. Oh, of course I can't fucking pathfind there. Pathfind there, that's D&D as well. I love the mooing the droids make. It's ridiculous. Take your time, Chana May. You're important. You are an important character in this story. So you've got plot armor. You don't have to do anything. Your lackeys of Revan and Malak will do all that. This console is not operable. All right. That datapad is not pick-upable. So now this line. These guys don't drop anything. Just abrupt loading of an area. Pop in, really, essentially. Right, have we been here? Everything's dead here and there's nothing to pick up, so that's good enough, I guess. Nothing to worry about. Again, don't download maps for areas, because you're gonna get lost and you won't know where you've already been. Right, so I'm gonna go left, right, right, right. Alright. To cover that corridor. See, and we've got a door here too. Let's deal with the corridor first. That's a long ass fucking corridor. Now what? Well, let's uncover this first to line it up. Like connect the dots more like. Right, that's it. I haven't really figured out what kind of force powers would I like for the final level. Hopefully I'll get 2 points, not just 1. But force speed is cool. Force speed is cool because it increases defense and adds 1 more attack. But also force lightsaber throw is pretty cool because it's just d6 times your level. And that would be on average 60 damage that you don't have any saving throw against. 60, 66, something like that. At most, of course, 120. And that's not little either. But if I had to, I would pick both. I don't know if I'm gonna have to. I don't remember if I'm getting 2 force points to spend at any point during level ups. Like every other level or something, like every 3 levels, to show the aptitude of the class, the class's aptitude with the force, that they learn force powers faster. Right. Droids are not really into it. These guys just ran away. Where to? Don't know. Let's go this way. Yeah, that connects the dots again. That's fine. Man, and this is why I have the mod for the robe. As you can see, the cape is stiff and I'm clipping through it with my legs. And the mod and the modded one is a separate item, unfortunately, so it's not you utilizing it. But they should have thought about it and asked for permission to use it to get it working better. But they didn't. I don't remember what's the time frame release for when the mod came out compared to one to the other, if it was in the future or in the past.
I have reacquired the signal that was being transmitted amongst the Mandalorian capital ships. It's still fairly weak, but I believe it's sufficient to allow us to continue listening in on the broadcast for a time.
I'm patching through the signal now.
I am under no delusions, my children. I understand how crucial a situation we are in. The Republic has pushed us from Onderon, from Elthir, from Duxon. These are worlds we captured at the cost of countless Mandalorian lives.
I don't think this is an opportunity for us to roleplay.
Our sacrifices are many, our victories now few, but our resolve has never been greater. We can defeat the Republic here.
No, you can't.
We can begin to reclaim the ground that they have taken from us.
Not just because of the mass shadow
But
generator.
only if you continue to embrace the Mandalorian way and commit yourself completely to war. Seek honor through battle and bring boundless glory to the Mandalorian peoples. War.
I've lost the signal again. For now, there is nothing I can do to get it back, so we can do nothing but continue to press forward. Right. Yeah, it's just a lore dump. Oh, he said, our resolve was never greater, our victories fewer still, and losses greater than ever. And yet our resolve is greater and we can win this. No, you can't. You had a streak of losses. You're losing. You're on the losing side. You're on the back foot. You're not winning this. And of course he's talking shit because he's first off the main boss. Oh hey, avoid that grenade. Some reach he's got with that, huh? So he continues to talk shit because he's the main boss and he must make it so that it must seem like you still need to fight him. Oh, right, that just swapped from the enemy to the interactive door, so cool. Right, is there another? Yes, there is. Again, 2 kills, that's too late to use any sort of... Oh yeah, Matilda, she should definitely be using more life drain.
Sure.
Because she is getting hit, as opposed to Malak, actually. So he's taunting you, right? So he wants to make you fight him and think that it still needs to be done. But it's kinda, I feel like he's kinda just repeating himself. Yep, pathfinding right here, right here. Right, like this, we're not gonna get anything done. She already moved over to buffing herself because she can't get to the droid.
Sure.
Unbelievable. Alright, soon enough it's gonna get annoying for you, so I think I'm gonna have to fix it. Sorry for the unprofessionalism, but hopefully it's fixed. Chana, you're wounded again. What was I saying? Something about... I've gone over the forces. I'm sure it was important. Right. This door does open, it's straight to the bridge. So we haven't been in this chamber, let's go here. Has 2 entries, but there is nowhere to run anyway. Alright, insanity. Alright. And you guys just do your shit. Is Chana handling? Alright. At least she's using something at a distance, so she doesn't have to pathfind. See, the artificial intelligence here is learning. They can't get where they want to go, because the game just doesn't fucking work. So they just opt for something else. At least there's that clause in there for you, for them to act right. What is this? Oh, 1 Giska. Surprising there's just 1. Surprising it didn't just fucking multiply through division. Of course it doesn't, right? They do fuck a lot to procreate, because they've got the R selection, the selection where they have a lot of offsprings, but they don't give them much care. But they do need a partner. So if they are able to isolate 1. But then again, if it was a female, it was probably pregnant already. So it could have hatched everything, and now you could have had the whole cage full of Giskas, and then the whole ship full of Giskas. Because they don't care about incest, and you shouldn't either. Yeah, that's not the best use of force right now, but it'll be fine. We just need to... Oh, destroy droid? It's destroy, so it should work on all of them? And so she can, I don't know, use drain life to heal up. And then, I don't know, maybe flurry.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. It stuns them too. Good job, Malak. You actually have useful force powers on you. Force power, actually. And I'm slightly wounded, so let me drain a bit. She lost... She's incapable of fucking getting that attack out. Of course not. Why are you fucking out of the whole queue doing lightsaber combat? He's got a fucking plasma torch to fight with, or a taser. Why? Why? You're the warrior. Oh right, the warrior. We were talking about what Mandalore was saying, and what he was saying was he was just taunting you to make you feel like you still needed to win this, but when he blew his load, like he blew his cover, right? He ruined his posturing by saying, "Oh, we're losing. We've been losing for a while now. We haven't been winning for a while now too. But we're totally strong in the will, and we can totally keep at it and do it." Right? Will that be it? Will that be it? There's no time to lose, Revan said as we took our time clearing the entire floor or level on a ship. What's the floor on a ship called? Whatever. It's not over. Oh, I see. It is a bridge, but not that kind of bridge. So first of 2 droids, Malak, do the one thing that you're useful for. Damage. Use your only one useful force power. There we go. Oh, there are also turrets. So at least there's that. And it's 300 XP for the droids, compared to 100 per Mandalorian. Maybe the Mandalorian should have sent out the droids exclusively instead of themselves, because they're clearly more difficult to defeat, as they are more... they've got higher challenge rating, and so they give more experience. Use that. Yeah, don't use that. Use that. And I'm actually gonna go... Oh right, there are more droids? No, those are still Mandalorians. I'm gonna insanity all of them. Yep, all of them. No, only most of them, right? Alright, and now it should be a cone, but then I might be out of range and not able to move closer because of pathfinding. Oh, we've managed, okay. Oh, there are turrets too. Keep an eye on your health. You're still dealing with this? With force powers? Are you retarded? Right, since Malak is not really helping.
Sure.
Right, I think it's about time that we used insanity again. This must be running out of what is it? Duration. Yeah. So it feels like a cone because it reaches far. At least maybe lightning is. What I'm trying to say is, we've got force storm, and it only seemed to be working on those in front of us. All of us in front of us. All of them in front of us, but only in front of us. These guys are not wounded by that, but insanity does work in a radius apparently. Weird. How are the turrets? Malak, what are you doing? Deal with the turrets. That's what you're useful for. Do it twice.
Sure.
Ah, forget about it, Malak. You fucking failure. Oh, they're healing. Well, let's fix that. Remember that time when you were cowering on the ground, scared for your life? Do that again. Right, and now 2 kills should be enough. Alright, this one is completely stunned, so now he's unable to be damaged. Alright, we've dished out both kills, so now we can deal with this guy.
What?
Or send those guys, they give you 600 XP. You're done with the... Oh, there's... Oh my goodness, there's even more turrets. And there is no one left... Fuck. There's no one left alive that we could use life drain on. Alright. Malak, again. Use your single useful force power against the droids.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, use your lightsaber, Revan. And it would be important with Revan to have a separate character that you can take control over with different stats and what is it? Stats, class, build. I don't like the word build, but there we are. Cause we are multi-classing. We are a scout and a Jedi consular, and Revan just signed up. Well, probably was drafted more like. You're being drafted as a Jedi, and was Jedi all the way, all through and through, single class all the way, and it is superior to this fucking ass multi-classing. I don't know if I'm gonna get double points on level 15 of the Jedi class, because why would I, right? It's not like I could get level 20 either, because you would have to start as level 1 of something civilian, non-force sensitive. Right, so straight shot up to there. Right over there, yeah. I've picked up the transmission again. It seems the signal is much stronger than before.
I believe our forces on the fringes of the battle have received the information I sent them using the terminal and are relaying the signal to my personal communicator without the distortion and interruption caused by the damaged Mandalorian communication network.
I'm patching through the signal now. I'm patching the signal through now.
Warriors, you continue to fight our enemies with every ounce of strength that remains in your bodies. There is a great honor in your struggle and in your sacrifice. I commend you for your efforts, for there is no greater death than one found on the field of battle. As warriors, this is a duty you must confront, the fate you must accept, and I, Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians, have a duty that I too must confront, a fate that I too must accept. The Jedi have infiltrated our line and boarded my ship in an effort to terminate my command.
Quick, blast me off the skies.
An unforeseen and unpredictable move, and one that marks the arrival of an equally unpredictable Jedi to this battlefield. The Jedi you know and fear as Revan has taken command of the Republic forces here.
Yeah, all two of them.
I once dismissed Revan as merely another pacifistic Jedi who did not understand the truth of war. In this arrogance, I refuse to understand the truth of my own. Revan is a charismatic leader, a renowned technician, and an expert strategist.
Technician?
To underestimate this Jedi was our failing. It was my failing. But it is not a failing that I will repeat this day. I will meet this foe in a single combat and fight Revan on the field of battle. I will be prepared. I will be victorious. Now, as I depart to face the fate that lay before me, I ask of you, warriors, my children, that you remain loyal to the end, to your purpose, and to your leader. In turn, I will remain loyal to you, as I always have. Revel in your time, my children. Serve the Mandalorians, and they in turn will serve you.
To the Jedi who had followed Revan, choosing to abandon the Jedi Order and embrace war, Malachor represented more than just the defeat of the Mandalorians. The battle at Malachor was itself the personification of how we as Jedi had changed over the course of the war. Where there was once a desire to help the weak, there was now only a hatred of their weakness. Where there were once feelings of camaraderie towards the soldiers, there was now only the perception that they were disposable tools of warfare. And where there was once a sense of duty to do what was right, there was only a desire for power. And at Malachor, we found that power through battle, through struggle, and through slaughter. After every new Mandalorian death, I would find myself feeding upon the horror of their demise and using it to strengthen my connection to the dark side. War had transformed us into creatures of hate. Malachor would transform us into Sith. Because Malachor 5 was the end, it was the beginning, it was the truth.
Right, a lot has happened, so to close it off, it's the truth, she says, so it couldn't have been the other way. This is real, this is true, this is how it must be. The dark side is the best side, right? Yeah, something I wanted to compare to the East Coast and West Coast, West Side and East Side gang signs and callouts, but it makes no sense. That is to say, I can't find the rhyme. Not on the spot. She says, we found hatred, we find others as tools of war, disposable, we've turned to dark side. Not all of you, this isn't universal, that's what might have happened to you. And again, it's the duality where light side is good and dark side is bad, but dark side as the master's morality of individualism and self-realization doesn't necessarily have to be violent, but what is power if you can't use it? Next, what Mandalore said is, again, back to what he said even earlier. Yeah, they did lose and they do have all the shit going on, but it's true, they still live to fight, and no matter how much they've lost, they want to be defeated completely or win completely. So it doesn't really matter, right? Maybe I'm backing up on what I've said on my words, and maybe I'm lending it some credit. It doesn't really matter for them or to them that they're losing, because they're not here to win or lose. They're here to get the best battle they can, and now they're getting the best battles. And the only problem with that is preservation of Mandalorian culture. When we kill all of them and make them scattered all over, there's not gonna be any Mandalorian culture. Look at the fucking Disney show, what they've done with Mandalorian culture. There's a bunch of them hiding in a fucking cave, not allowed to take off their helmets, and some bitch tells you you're not allowed to forge weapons out of that metal, Beskar steel, even though they're forging weapons out of Beskar steel. So somewhere along those lines, their whole doctrine got twisted because they weren't numerous enough and they didn't have authorities to follow, even though Mandalore was a strong culture in the Clone Wars era. Fuck that. Fuck that, of course, right? Disney. And yeah, so, but when you they apparently, right, the future made them right. They've secured their future, apparently. They've survived and they have a culture to continue spreading, but it's flawed in its premise, in a sense that the whole ideology is to wage war until you're basically wiped out. You don't want to be wiped out. That's anti-self-preservation. That's self-destructive, in fact. You don't want to risk it. You were lucky this time, but you might not be the next time, and you could have not been this time either. So, avoid that. And with that, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully we will see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, direct with this video and every other video on my channel, preferably by watching and sharing it with your friends. Subscribe, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault.